Alright guys, in today's video I'm going to be teaching you a fundamental and powerful parkour move, the Kong vault. Real quick, before we get into the tutorial, I'm just going to give you a quick example of the Kong vault. Now, since the Kong vault is a very fundamental and basic parkour move, there's no real prerequisites to it, so you can jump right in. Now, the first thing you're going to need is something, a ledge about hip height. And today I'm going to be using this wedge that my brother and I made to train on, since it's harder to get out during all this COVID-19 stuff. But you can use anything that's about hip height. It could be a ledge at a park, it could be a table, just anything that is not going to fall over if you get onto it. The first thing that I want you to do with this hip height ledge is just go and do that thing that we all used to do on the counter when we were kids, and just put your hands down and start jumping up but keeping your hands in place, trying to get your hips as high as you can. Now, when you do this, you're actually going to notice that you can get your hips pretty high, and that's actually how the Kong vault works, because as soon as you just tuck your legs, you can easily fit them over the box, and that is going to be the motion of a Kong vault. The next progression you're going to want to learn is called the Kong up, and you're going to be doing that same thing but putting your feet on top of the ledge. And this is very close to the Kong vault, which is why it's called the Kong up, but you're not actually going over, so it's not a true vault. However, it's another parkour move that is very simple to learn and you can apply in lots of situations. The scary thing about this is obviously that you are going onto something and you're kind of relying on your hands to give you enough power to get up there, and you're relying on your feet to actually get there. So one way you can progress it if it is scary is doing the crane position, and this is used in lots of different applications, but it's basically, instead of landing both feet on top, you land one foot on top and your other foot kind of supports you on the side. So you can start by doing that if you're too scared to get both feet on, but eventually you need to commit to putting both feet on top of that ledge. Once you've mastered this standing Kong up, I want you to run into it more. It can be a light jog or even a walk, but just practice getting some momentum into this movement. And you can still hit it with 2 feet, plant both feet and go into it, or you can do more of a gather step where you do 1 foot right before the other to take off into it. Just do whatever is the most comfortable for you. And again, with the gather step, you can have either foot forward. Just do whatever makes you feel the most comfortable. Now, for this next part, you're going to want to use a ledge that you can make sure not only you can get on top of it, but you can clear it over to the other side, because this is important because you're going to need to go over the entire thing. So it can definitely be a lot wider than this, but it just needs to be wide enough for you to put your hands and clear it. As you try the Kong up with more speed, you might notice that you have a harder time staying right on the very edge, and you might find that your momentum actually carries you forward. Now, this is important because this is the next part of the progression. So once you have something like this where you can jump to the other side from the Kong up, that is exactly what the progression is going to be. So you're going to do that Kong up and then jump to the other side once you've completed it. Now, what you have right there is basically a Kong vault. The only thing stopping it from being a true Kong vault is just that foot tap. And so what you're going to do is keep progressing, but just make that foot tap lighter and lighter until you commit to fully sending the Kong vault straight over to the other side. And at this point, it doesn't matter exactly how you land, just make sure that you are getting over the obstacle. Now, just keep progressing and progressing until you can get that Kong vault all the way over. Once you've got it, you need to get very comfortable with it. So begin by just doing it over and over and over until it's like second nature. Then you can begin doing other exercises, doing it from standing, running way faster into it, diving into it. The list goes on and on and on. Just try to challenge yourself and push yourself and get super comfortable with this move. As you begin to put more speed and power into this move and get more comfortable with it, you'll really start to feel how powerful it truly is. And you'll start to understand how some people do their huge Kong gaps and Kong precisions and stuff. Now, a couple tips to clean up your Kong. The first one is going to be, make sure when you take off, your hips get high And then as soon as your hands press off, your chest gets high, because this is just going to give you a lot more power and height with the Kong vault. Another tip is, no matter how scary it is, make sure your knees are coming in between your hands as you Kong. You don't want them to be going to one side or spreading, because those are going to be turning into different kinds of vaults. If your legs spread and they do more of the splits, that's called a straddle vault. And though it does look cool, it does not have as much power, and it's obviously not a Kong vault. The other one is more like a two-handed speed vault, and that just does not look clean or good at all. So you want to make sure that you are deliberately making sure your knees come through your hands as you do the Kong. Once you've got a real nice clean Kong vault, make sure you keep messing around with it. Try lots of different variations, try it out and in of different stuff. You can do Kong prees, Kong to cats, you can do dive Kongs, you can do cat back Kong outs, you can do jump into dive Kongs, you can mix them with other vaults, you can do double Kongs, Kong to safeties, and the list goes on and on and on. And it's really just such a versatile and powerful move. Now, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope it helped you master the Kong vault. I really hope you get a lot better at parkour and really learn to apply the Kong vault in all its aspects. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe, as I'll be coming out with lots more parkour tutorials in the future. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.